North Arm in Queensland has a population of around 500 residents, and all of them know Dot. Dot lives in a house her husband built when they got married, and all her working life she's walked over the road to do the books at her family-owned timber mill. And each morning she meets her son, John, who lives next door to the mill.
Good morning, John. Yes, now don't forget we've got to look into those orders that's been promised for lunchtime today. My husband and I came here when we were first married, and that was 55 years ago. And I've been tied up in the sawmill ever since. Righto. My husband's father, he used to pull logs over on the downs with his bullock team. We have really came through from way, way back to when they done things the hard way. It is 3 generations of sawmilling. I think it does get in your blood, yes.
When I was a young fella, I used to go out after school, if he was going somewhere weekends, give him a hand, just drag the rope around, snigging logs and that. We just start with a raw log and put it through here, send it out the other end, make sure it's the size they want, pack it up into the bundles and deliver it on site.
A lot of people get the wrong idea about the sawmillers going in and cutting the trees down. We're only cutting down what's going to die any rate. We never clear fell because we want to look for the future.
A lot of these trees that we buy are forestry trees, and they're actually marked by the forestry. They only allow us to take certain sizes and that out of the forest. When we're cutting our own block, which we are at the moment, we have guidelines to stick by as well. You've got to leave certain trees, you only take certain trees, and do the right thing.
Sawmilling is a dangerous occupation, and John has lived to tell of a few close shaves.
This is a breaking down or a Canadian saw, and I just put a new saw in one day and I put these wooden packings in the front here, and as I was pulling the spanner back, the spanner slipped on the nut and my thumb came down right into the gullet of the saw and just took the whole top off there. I should have been using the proper tool to do the job. And my uncle was a saw doctor. He was in partnership with Dad, and I made one mistake. My uncle used to come back after all the years that he was away from my father, and he said to me, "Come and I'll show you how to hammer saws." And I used to come up and watch him for 5 minutes and say, "Look, Uncle, I'm too busy," and I'd go back to work. I did that for about 10 years, and out of the blue, he passed away. I would just wish that I would have picked up and learnt all that he knew, because he was one of Queensland's top saw doctors.
It's been a mother and son operation for years, and Dot's not getting any younger.
I sort of thought at 75 it might be time for me to retire. And I passed it over to my son there to take over. Well, I'm supposed to be retired, but when you've worked in one place for 50-odd years, I'm just finding I still wander over just the same occasionally. But it's a bit hard to change your way of life, you know.